Hello and welcome to Devin's Workshop. Today I'll be showing off the Bedibrator, which is a 3D printing bed calibrator based on Chep, who's a big part of the 3D printing community. And his design is very similar, but I wanted to build my own. This one features a built-in coin cell that's low profile, so it's all really low profile. An on-off switch so that you don't have to take the battery out every time that you want to use a thing. You just flip it off. A bed leveling switch, so you would have your nozzle come down and then touch this tiny little button there, and then the LED will blink. And this is for Z offset, or bed tramming, bed leveling kind of thing. So instead of using a sheet of paper, you would use this. And as you can see, how thin and low profile that button is. So it's not really going to take much away from a sheet of paper. Then it's got this cool silkscreen art that I did not make, ripped from the internet, which I thought was pretty neat looking. It's got a galaxy, bed level, 3D printer for gantry level. This is to level each side of your gantry. So if you have dual lead screws, it's pretty important that you want each side of your gantry to be level. And in order to do that, one popular way to do that is to take two things of equal height and place one on the gantry and then the other side of the gantry, and that way you can level them. Well, if you have one of these, you can use the built-in LED on the top here. So when you bring your gantry down, it'll press on this button in the same way that when your nozzle comes down and presses on this button. So it's just an easy, quick way to calibrate. And I thought that was a really cool idea, so I took it, ran with it, improved it, and in my opinion improved it, and slapped my name on it, slapped a sticker on it. And you can find these at GitHub, user DJ Devin 3, version 1.0 of the Bedibrator. And it works great. I will open source the PCB design if you want to manufacture your own through PCBWay or JLC PCB. And this is assembled. This is my first fully assembled board from JLPCB, by the way. And they did a great job. Everything turned out very well, except for at first the prongs for the battery were both down. It's hard to see the prongs there. So these two little prongs there were down, and I smushed the battery on top of both of the prongs. And of course, then I had to get out my multimeter, figuring out how I screwed up the PCB design this time. And it's just because these side prongs are meant to hold the side or the top of the coin cell, which is the positive, and then the back is the negative. So in order to put this in here, you have to slide this below the prongs on that side and then just pop it down into place, and that works. But I think that's good to document that that's how these particular coin holders work from JLPCB, because it was actually hard to get a CR 2032 coin holder from JLPCB. There's only like 2 or 3 different designs, especially when you want to have them assembled. And I think I chose the wrong on-off switch, because this seems to be a like dual pole, 3-pole. It's got 3 different selectors, and thankfully the selections that I chose do work. So that was close. And then there's a tiny little 0805 SMD resistor. Can't even see that thing, it's so tiny. Look how tiny that resistor is. Tiny. And then the LED is tiny too. It's an 0805 LED. Yeah, so that's my new PCB, the Bedibrator. Bed calibrator for 3D printers. So overall, I'm very happy with how this came out. So thank you to JLC PCB for manufacturing and assembling this one. This is my first assembled board. I didn't have to do a single lick of soldering on this, which was awesome. Uh, Especially after soldering 300 and something, 358 solder points on every single cowbell. It's nice to be able to order something that's already pre-assembled. I feel so spoiled having something pre-assembled now. That's the Bedibrator, bed calibrator. Cool.